Introduce ordinance number 20, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Downey amending Downey Municipal Code, Article 2, Chapter 1, Section 2105, regulating the rules of conduct for City Council meetings.
And Mayor and Council, this item is pretty straightforward. The item proposes to amend the city's meeting rules to change the 5-minute public comment period time limit, change 5 minutes to 3 minutes. That would mean that 3 minutes for non-agenda public comment and all the other opportunities that the public has to comment on items on the agenda would be limited to 3 minutes, not 5 minutes.
My question would be, do we have to do it?
I know we discussed this a few years back, and it was a tough discussion. But I gotta say, my feelings haven't changed. And back then, I didn't support it. The fact is, we have to balance the right of the residents' right to free speech versus efficiency, as one of the speakers said, and that's true. Thinking that this is going to change the type or the content of the speech, when in fact it's going to make no difference.
Madam Mayor, I don't think we are limiting. I think that we are being reasonable. For a very long time, we've had these 5 minutes, and as we've discussed, and as is laid out in this new proposal, is it is at the discretion of the council. We can give more time depending on the item. A lot of the people that come here and that have to sit here for 2.5 or 3 hours, 45 minutes of which is one individual ranting about issues that have absolutely no business being discussed in this council chamber. They don't want to listen to all of those words that those inflammatory words that are offensive. And I think 3 minutes is reasonable.
It's a warning. Next time you will be kicked out.
It is reasonable. We are conducting the people's business, and I support this move.
It's the right to speak. So I don't know if that's the right term to see inviting them. I think they have a right under the Brown Act, under the Constitution, and because who are we to judge? Who am I to judge? What's on topic and how much it should be on topic. Maybe it's just the lawyer in me. I don't know, but I think this. You can call it whatever it is, but it is limiting speech because we're cutting it 30% of what we have now, so I just can't support it.
Do know that if we need to allow you to have more time, you will be allowed to have more time if necessary.
These are difficult issues, right? So you're always balancing the public's desire and right to speak with that of conducting meetings that are open to people, that people feel comfortable being at as well. So it's a difficult dilemma to be in. But to answer your question, yes, I mean, it's at your discretion. You can, if you want to bring this item back, you think it's not what you want, you can certainly bring it back to go the other way. If you wanted to, or modify it in some other way. That's really up to the council's discretion and how you guys want to approach it.
That's not likely to happen. Yeah. That's not likely to happen.
Yeah. Is there a motion and a second to introduce this ordinance?
I'll second.
Please vote.
The ordinance requires 3 votes in favor to introduce, so the motion to introduce the ordinance passed 3-2.
The motion passes with Councilmember Saab and Councilmember Ashton voting no.
Thank you. Do know that if we need to allow you to have more time, you will be allowed to have more time if necessary.
I understand the concern of wanting to limit the time, but as someone who has also worked with helping young students and helping college students, and also people who've never spoken to city council meetings like this before, coming here for the first time can be very intimidating.
Through monitoring your speech on time, censoring your time, and prohibiting you on the time that you should be allowed to speak.
I hope this
the city council will not limit the voices and free speech that the public has.
You should not limit the freedom of speech of the public.
Because as you see, there's only a few individuals here tonight after 9:05, and you're going to shut it down and stick to your own fucking plan.
I understand that sometimes the city council meetings can get a little disruptive at times, but I'm concerned that if we start limiting time, we also work away from an more equitable city council meeting.
Let's be clear. When a person has enough time to get their thoughts across, it's not only to get their ideas to you, but it's also to hold every single one of you accountable.
You shouldn't be standing up for less freedom of speech for the people. The people want more freedom of speech. We want the time up here.
And by limiting the time, you are shortening the accountability that you owe your constituents.